This is Rob Tebbutt for ID Boxing. Delighted to be joined by Peter Fury. We're on a boat. A very interesting day for it, Peter.
Do you know what? Forget the boxing. I'm just looking at these sightseers here. I won't forget this interview because that's Tower Bridge, isn't it?
It certainly is Tower Bridge. Can you see any other landmarks? I think we've got. We should have a few little bits and pieces for everybody to enjoy around us. What can we see?
And that's the Shard, isn't it, over there?
That is the Shard. I think we've got the. I think what's called the Nugget or whatever behind us, just over the back way there. It's probably not the name of it, but yeah, it's an interesting little day out, isn't it?
Listen, lovely bit of scenery. Nice on this top deck. You know, it's just what we need, isn't it?
It certainly is, and interesting as this is, it's not quite as interesting as the main event on Saturday night. Your charge, Savannah Marshall, the undisputed title fight against Claressa Shields. We've all wanted it forever. Savannah and Claressa have wanted it forever. I'm sure you're the same. How much are you looking forward to Saturday night?
I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a hard camp. There's been a lot gone into it. You know, thank God that she's injury free. Yeah, everything's gone right. Everything's gone to plan. She's recovered well. You know, we've been down in the training for the past 2 weeks now, bringing her down properly. So she's now it's just doing nothing really, just soaking up the atmosphere and getting in fight mode, which she's already in.
You've been in big fights all over the world. You've been in world heavyweight title fights. You know, this is just as it's as up there as any fight that you've ever been involved with. But I think a new experience for Savannah, should we say? How have you kind of coaxed her through the last few weeks of camp? How's her mentality going into this?
I spoke a lot about it with Savannah. Told her what to expect early on, you know, what the emotions can be and everything else. We've gone through it, and to be fair, she's took it all in a stride. So there's no surprises here. She's well prepared for any eventualities. You know, she's preparing for she has prepared for a 10-round grueling fight here. You know, that's what she's prepared for. There's no hope, there's no expectation. She's prepared for an all-out battle. If she wants to get them titles, she's got to go to hell and back to get them.
You're known as an astute tactician, somebody who implements a game plan. With that being said, without, of course, giving away too many of your secrets, what does Claressa Shields do well? What things are you potentially looking to exploit on Saturday?
She's good with the explosive attacks. She punches in bunches. She's got light, quick shots. She's good with the point-scoring systems. And listen, she's a good boxer and she's got a good defence. So this is what's got to be penetrated, and you know, there's a true saying: there's a solution to every problem.
Savannah's spoken very openly about her. You know, we're just about to go under Tower Bridge now, so maybe take a look at this next to us.
I remember this interview, didn't I?
Well, hopefully it's memorable for the scenery as well as the interview. Savannah has spoken openly about, you know, the change in her mentality. How different is Savannah now compared to the Savannah Marshall who first walked through your gym doors?
You know, look, Saturday's going to come, Sunday, Monday's going to come. It's just another day, no matter what happens, and you've got to take the pressure off. You know, when you put yourself in situations and realise that all the thought process, all the nerves ain't going to do anything. It's only going to hamper your achievements. When you know that, you understand it, you accept it, then you deal with it. You know. And that's what she's dealt with, you know. And you know, I've got my own experiences in my own life, and I've been able to pass that on because I've been in dark places myself in my life where there's been nobody, you know. And you by yourself, it's put up or shut up, you know. So, like I say, it's you just pass that on, you pass that mentality forward. Nobody can ever tell you can't. They can give an opinion. I've had many of opinions in my life telling me, it's not this, it's not that, it's not this. I said, well, okay, I believe it is. So you're sacked, and I've got on with it. Yeah? So if you believe in something, don't let anybody try and put you out of it, because if you believe it, anything's possible.
That's the mentality of Savannah Marshall. From a technical point of view, what things have you tweaked? What things has she improved on throughout your time together?
Everything. So we've tweaked on a lot of stuff from our last fight. Because this is a different opponent, it's a different fight, it's totally different. And that's what I've always said about Savannah. You're looking at somebody here that is like a chameleon, you know. She can diversify, you know. She can up a game according to what I need, you know. Nothing's easy, you know. It's like learning to drive a car, you know. You've got to learn to do everything, and to do new manoeuvres, especially in the heat of the moment, you know, takes a lot of practice. And, you know, and a lot of punishment as well. So that's where it's at. But I'm very happy, and I believe we'll see the best of Savannah come Saturday night.
The general consensus of the boxing fan is that this is Claressa Shields' skill versus Savannah Marshall's power. I'm sure you don't agree with that. I'm sure you believe it's a combination of the two, or do you? Is this Claressa's skill versus Savannah's power, or is it more than that?
Listen, where I look at power, I look at power as a limited boxer. You look at my interviews going back over the years, when I get offered big punches, I jump at it. Perfect. I'll have them 24/7 because they're limited, because they rely on that power. This is not the case here. If we was relying on power and looking to stop Claressa Shields would probably walk away with it. That's not happening. It's not happening on my watch anyway. Savannah is an elite boxer, and she's got natural power. That's a difference. Power is there. She don't need to look for it. That's there. What we got to do, listen, you can have all the power under the sun. What do you do if you can't land it? You got no power, have you? This is a skill. It's boxing, and this is skill for a reason. It's not the hardest man in the world competition. It ain't a strongman competition. It's not how heavy somebody can bench some weights. This ain't about bodybuilders. This is the fight game. It's a different breed of species, and that's what we're into. Proper fighting.
As well as the main event, Savannah versus Claressa, this is of course a full women's card. What does it mean to you and of course Savannah to be headlining the first ever all women's boxing card?
I think it's amazing what Sky Box has done. They've stepped up to the plate properly, and I think it's a one-off. I think this is a massive fight, and I think what it's going to do for women's boxing going forward after Saturday, I think it's going to be up there with very, very quick. I think it's done a fast forward like a rocket to get pay on the same level. It's getting there that fast.
Final one on Saturday night show, the co-main, we've got Michaela Meyer versus Alicia Baumgardner, another unification bout. I'm sure you have a keen eye on that, maybe not on the night, but maybe the next day. How do you see that one playing out?
I'm going to watch it back. I wish all of them the very best. And ultimately, look, everybody wants a fighter to win, but I want a good fight. I want them all to come out healthy, be friends afterwards, and have respect for each other, and let the fans enjoy a real good fight on that card. That's what we want to see.
If I had to push you for a winner out of Michaela Meyer versus Alicia Baumgardner, where would you put, no, maybe not put your money, where would you put your last Rolo, Peter?
I can't put money on it because I haven't really seen much of them, so it'd be wrong for me to give an assessment.
Elsewhere, we are a couple of weeks removed from Oleksandr Usyk versus Anthony Joshua. My good friend and colleague Andy Purwell came up to see you. You gave us an excellent pre-fight breakdown. Now that the fight's happened, we've had a couple of weeks to I guess, settle down with it. How did you see the fight?
I can't even remember what I said to Andy. What was it? What did I say about it?
I think you said that he had to go in there, use his size, rough Oleksandr Usyk up, and basically let his hands go. So now we've seen the fight. What did you make of it?
Okay, well, answer me question. Did he do any of that?
I don't believe so, no.
No, he didn't. And he lost it. So that's why I favoured Usyk, because I wanted to see what he got. Joshua was like, I don't know. It is what it is. But look, we can all sit back and look at it. Usyk's an elite fighter. He done his best. He's come short. So what? He'll come again, have another fight, improve, get better. That's it. It's not the end of the world. He needs maximum credit for taking on these fights, the best in the world. And, that's what they all need to do. And I'm sure now they will do. So it's getting there. And I think, I think it's just a matter of time now before the belts get unified one way or another.
You mentioned about Oleksandr Usyk there being an elite fighter. I think we can all agree with that. If he's not your pound-for-pound number one, he's somewhere in the conversation. Just how good is Oleksandr Usyk in your opinion, Peter?
Oleksandr Usyk is a special talent. He's very good, and it's look, everybody's beatable. It depends what the other fighter does. There's one thing for sure: Anthony Joshua's both performances was the wrong tactics altogether. I don't know what they was doing there, or is it because the tactics couldn't happen because Usyk took them all away? He could be that good, couldn't he? We're only speculating, but what I do know is he's a phenomenal boxer.
Okay, well, Peter, I've taken up enough of your time. I don't want to interrupt you having these beautiful sights around you. So final word on Saturday night, Savannah Marshall versus Claressa Shields. All the marbles. How does the fight end?
Don't miss it. It's going to be a spectacular fight. And, yep, I'm looking forward to a very, very good fight.
Okay, Peter Fury, enjoy the rest of this beautiful boat trip. Thanks very much for speaking to ID Boxing. We'll catch up soon.
You're welcome.